Live. All right, everybody. It is NewMutator, joined by Asmo, who is graciously agreed to join me and kind of give his perspective on this match. It is the Southern Parkians versus the Silent Sentinels. It is the second match in the DE4 for both of these teams. This is game number 2, by the way. We are looking at currently, it looks like you guys switch colors because now the black team is Southern Parkians. Giant Killer General is going to be leading them. East Wind, Kruniak, Homer, Genghis Khan, Browning, Paris, and Craig. Showing up for them. And across from them, the red team, it is the Silent Sentinels. And you know, I think, was it, I think the very first match that I casted was the Silent Sentinels versus Age, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right. Played Age.
Yeah, and so we've been kind of following their progression throughout this tournament here, and so this is a bottom bracket match. Whoever loses this match is going to be eliminated from the tournament, and the winner is going to move on to the bottom bracket finals. Asmo is captaining for the Sentinels. Smack My Bitch Up, who we've determined. Who
This
is
is
that?
Blonde.
Oh, Blonde. Yeah, that's right. Honky, Lizard King, and James Joyce, I think, is Pogue.
Yep.
And Kron 1, Monty, and Roadkill also in the game. So it's going to be 8 on 8.
Yep, that's correct.
All right, excellent. So is there anything going on in this game that you can kind of tell us about before it starts?
I think we did pretty much similar. Or no, we did do different strats. That's right. Our plan was to just go straight mid with most of our stuff, like all our crit and fetch, and we're gonna do little flanks on the sides with spiders and dwarfs to try to flag them if they tried to power mid.
So it seems like you have similar strategies, although you do opt to take a couple of dwarves. And these are mortar dwarves.
Yeah, decided to go with the dwarfs in case they decide to max out spiders. They're pretty good for defending against them.
So you took a few less spiders, perhaps.
Yeah.
And then 2 mortars, and so you're gonna flank with the dwarves and just kind of power rush the mid here. I think that's what you said. It looks like you're splitting the tro as well.
Yeah, I decided to split the trow just because there's a lot of souls on this map, and when one person has all 4 trow, it might be hard to dodge those spears.
Yes, indeed, and actually Southern Parkians opting to do the same. They're actually going to split their tro as well. And so you kind of came into this game as well, just with the understanding that you were going to have some kind of meeting in the middle, I suppose.
Yeah. Every time I've played this map, everyone's gone mid for the most part, so that's what I was expecting.
Is there a reason for that? Like, you know, from what you can tell, is there a reason why everyone goes to the middle? Because that might not be apparent to somebody who's never played mid before, you know, or maybe doesn't play competitively.
Yeah, I think usually everyone goes middle just because with how many child there are on this map, 4, if you do a flank, the child might just be able to run over there and kick them. So, yep.
So so basically, like the tro are just so fast that they can pretty much get anywhere from the middle. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, they can cover the map pretty well. Their team actually ends up doing a flank here, so that sort of surprised me.
Yeah, I can see Eastwind with some spiders in the southeast, and it looks like, you know, Kron 1 has some spiders for your team as well. But Looks like he's sending them back a little bit.
Yeah, so when we saw those two trout going south, I just brought my trout down there, and we were gonna try to just fight them straight up from here on out, now that we had the south covered.
There you go. First blood there. Well, I guess it's not really blood, but Kron 1 able to take out a Solus. I don't think Solus actually bleed, and really Paris is taking some unnecessary damage. Pretty interesting.
Where's he at? I missed him.
Oh well, Paris actually had that tro flank.
Alright.
And it looks like Southern Parkins are going to be pushing a little bit, and trying to get those spiders in maybe as well. Although I'm not sure. Those spiders are just kind of not sure what Eastwind has in mind with those. Uh-oh, nice shot. That was beautiful there by Kron 1, taking out 2 of those fetch belonging to Craig.
Yeah, that gave us a really big advantage early on with that shot, so that was nice.
And so while this is happening, you actually have a spider flank of your own. Looks like Pogue has that in the north. Are you thinking that you can maybe flag them?
Yeah. That was our plan, why we sent one to each side, in case they didn't have anything on one side that we could flag them up. And yeah, we had like 4 flags right now, so it was definitely a possibility.
So a lot of shots have been fired, but not too many units have been taken out. It is 94 to 90%. Seems you Sentinels still have an advantage, even though the Southern Parkians are pushing pretty hard. And uh-oh. Blonde almost losing a couple of those fetch there. But able to vindicate himself.
Captured.
Yeah, looks like Browning's fetch in pretty rough shape as well. So it seems like Solus are going to be used kind of, I mean, Solus are pretty key in this map, I think.
Yeah, they work really good at holding those trial back, and also their fetch, so yep, they're a really important unit.
Right, like Solus, if you lose all your Solus, you're probably, I mean, you might not be in that great shape without Solus, because those, like you said, it's kind of insurance against the Tro, and then also the fetch, which can deal quite a bit of damage, but also vulnerable to long range units such as Solus. And so the spiders are kind of. Do you think are the spiders just for tagging then, or are they also used to take out Solus? Like how do you decide that when you decide that you're going to take spiders, like what goes into making that decision?
Usually spiders are pretty good for taking out Solus, but on this map, I wouldn't say so much, since there's not any really big kills for the Solus to hide on. Pretty much any Malik unit can take them out. So yeah, I think spiders mostly for tagging on this map.
Uh-oh. There we saw Blonde losing both of those red fetch there. But at the same time, Homer, I think, yep, losing a couple of his own. It's now 78%. And this looks like much of the main battle is right here, kind of in the
flag contested.
Kind of in the west side of the mid there. Western end of that middle area. And here we go, some engagement there. Those Southern Parkian Tro engaging with those spiders. Interesting shot. Kron 1 dudding off of the Sentinel Tro.
Yeah, right there is pretty scared, but we ended up trapping one of their trial and trading, so it ended up working out. But I thought we were gonna lose the game right there.
Yeah, it seemed like that could have gone better for you guys. But even down a tro, you are up in percentages, I think. Is that is that just having the fetch advantage?
Or I think we have equal trow at this point, I'm pretty sure. They killed one of ours, but one of theirs got stuck running away.
I think they actually got 2 of yours.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even remember that.
So you and Lizard King only have 1 tro apiece. Is that right?
Yeah, you're right. I think we killed all their fetch. That's what it was. Why we're up a little bit. Yeah, so at this point, I think the other team, they realize they're in trouble since they have no fetch, and they figure we're gonna just whittle them down. So in chat, they just said they're gonna try to flag us.
Right. And interesting, Paris just taking a ton of damage for no reason. Oh man, and his team is just questioning his reasoning for that. He was busy tagging flags, it seems. So now it's even in tro, but definitely the advantage going to the Sentinels. However, there is a danger of being flagged.
Yes, there is. And that was probably my job this game as captain.
And
to let them know to go back and defend earlier, but I messed up there, so that was not good.
Wow, so you guys pretty much had this game, but this Southern force wasn't able to get to the flag in time to reinforce it and keep your team in the game from being flagged in this game of territories. So what happened to? I mean, how did you guys take this loss?
Everyone was pretty pissed off after this game. It was pretty awful. I got a lot of blame. Like, we made some mistakes there. Like, our north spiders end up dying. I thought they were alive there at the end, so I thought we were fine on flags, but
yeah,
I did a bad job watching
that.
the map, I guess. So
I didn't even see how that happened.
Trouble.
So and Pogue had control of those. Did he even say anything, that he lost them? I didn't even catch that.
I'm pretty sure he lost them to another spider pack, but I didn't realize it. I'm not even sure if he realized it because I don't think he said anything in chat.
Yeah, really interesting because, I mean, we saw, like, from what I could tell, it seemed like Paris actually handed you guys the game, except for the fact that there wasn't anything on a flag.
Yeah, we had a few mauls on the south flag, but yeah, they flanked some units and took that.
So very, very interesting second game here. Seems that these Southern Parkians have won the first 2. Although the first game was thrown out temporarily, the second game definitely counting. So they are up, and Sentinels are going to they're going to have to think of something to bounce back from that deficit as we move into Game 3. It is a NewMutator, and I'm joined by Asmo. Do you have a preference?
Whatever one works. I honestly don't even know how to pronounce it.
Okay. Is there a story behind that name?
Yeah, sort of. Back on Bungie, when I started playing, my brother used to read a book called The Wheel of Time. Don't know if you heard of it. So
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, this is a character from the book that I've never read, but ended up sticking with the name.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't read it either, but I'm sure there's many Myth players who have read it because I've heard it. I've heard it mentioned several times. Okay, so we're gonna move into game number 3. Thanks everyone for joining us. I hope you're enjoying these films, and game number 3 coming up next.